Plug-in air fresheners have indeed been linked to electrical fires. There have been documented cases. In 2015, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, or CPSC, issued a recall for over 4 million air-wick plug-in air fresheners due to fire hazards. In 2018, the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, investigated a fatal house fire in Maryland that was caused by an electrical short in a plug-in air freshener. In 2020, the CPSC recalled over 2 million Freshener plug-in air fresheners due to electrical overheating risks. The causes of these fires are varied. Plug-in air fresheners work by heating the liquid fragrance inside the unit, releasing it into the air. This heating process can create electrical hazards, including overheating, short circuits, and arcing. Overheating can occur when the electrical components in some plug-ins can overheat, especially if they are left plugged in for extended periods. Short circuits can occur when the wires and connections inside the plug-in can short circuit, causing sparks or flames. Arcing can occur when electricity can jump across gaps in the wires or connections, creating electrical arcs that can ignite nearby materials. Certain factors can increase the risk of electrical fires from plug-in air fresheners. Firstly, defective products. Air fresheners with faulty wiring or other defects are more likely to cause fires. Secondly, overuse. Leaving plug-ins turned on for long periods, especially overnight, increases the risk of overheating. Thirdly, improper placement. Placing plug-ins near curtains, bedding, or other flammable materials can create a fire hazard. To reduce the risk of electrical fires from plug-in air fresheners, take the following precautions. Firstly, check for recalls. Regularly check the CPSC website for recalls involving air fresheners. Secondly, follow instructions. Read and follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully, including warnings about overheating and placement. Thirdly, turn off when not in use. Unplug air fresheners when not needed, especially at night or when leaving home. Fourthly, inspect regularly. Examine air fresheners occasionally for any signs of damage or overheating. Avoid using plug-in air fresheners near combustible materials or in areas where they may be easily knocked over. It's important to understand the electrical principles at play here. Overheating occurs because electrical resistance within the device converts electrical energy into heat. Every electrical component has a certain amount of resistance measured in ohms. When electricity flows through this resistance, heat is generated. The amount of heat produced is proportional to the square of the current, measured in amps, and the resistance. This relationship is described by Joule's first law, which states that the power, measured in watts, dissipated as heat is equal to the current squared times the resistance, or P equals I squared R. In plug-in air fresheners, the heating element is designed to produce a specific amount of heat to vaporize the fragrance. However, if the resistance of the element increases due to manufacturing defects or degradation over time, or if the voltage supplied to the device is higher than its rated voltage, the current will increase, leading to excessive heat generation. This excessive heat can cause the surrounding materials to ignite, leading to a fire. A short circuit occurs when there is an unintended path for current to flow, bypassing the intended resistive load. This typically happens when the insulation on wires breaks down, allowing the bare conductors to come into contact. When a short circuit occurs, the resistance of the circuit drops dramatically, leading to a massive increase in current. This high current generates a significant amount of heat, which can quickly ignite nearby materials. Circuit breakers and fuses are designed to protect against short circuits by interrupting the current flow when it exceeds a certain threshold. However, if the circuit breaker or fuse is not properly sized or if it fails to operate correctly, a short circuit can quickly escalate into a fire. Electrical arcing, also known as a voltaic arc or arc discharge, is a phenomenon where electricity jumps across the gap between two conductors. This can occur when there is a high voltage difference between the conductors and the gap is small enough for the electric field to break down the insulating properties of the air or other medium in between. When an arc forms, the air becomes ionized, creating a conductive plasma channel. This plasma channel is extremely hot, reaching temperatures of thousands of degrees Celsius. The intense heat from the arc can ignite nearby materials, causing a fire. Arcing can also damage electrical components and equipment, leading to further failures and potential hazards. The risk factors associated with plug-in air fresheners, such as defective products, overuse, and improper placement, all contribute to the likelihood of these electrical hazards occurring. Defective products may have faulty wiring, poorly insulated components, or inadequate overcurrent protection. Overuse can cause components to overheat and degrade over time, increasing the risk of short circuits and arcing. Improper placement near flammable materials can provide a readily available fuel source for a fire if one ignites. To prevent electrical fires from plug-in air fresheners, it is crucial to follow the recommended precautions. Checking for recalls regularly is important because manufacturers and regulatory agencies like the CPSC issue recalls when they identify safety defects in products. Recalls typically involve repairing or replacing the defective product free of charge. Following the manufacturer's instructions carefully is also essential because these instructions provide important information about the proper use of the product, including warnings about potential hazards and recommendations for safe operation. Unplugging air fresheners when not in use is a simple but effective way to reduce the risk of overheating and conserve energy. Inspecting air fresheners regularly for any signs of damage or overheating can help identify potential problems before they lead to a fire. Look for things like discoloration, melted plastic, or a burning smell. If you notice any of these signs, stop using the air freshener immediately and dispose of it safely. In addition to these precautions, it is also important to be aware of the electrical safety standards and regulations that apply to plug-in air fresheners. These standards, such as those developed by Underwriters Laboratories, OIL, and the International Electrotechnical Commission, or IC, specify the requirements for the design, construction, and testing of electrical products to ensure their safety. Compliance with these standards is typically indicated by a certification mark, such as the UL listed mark or the CE mark. When purchasing plug-in air fresheners, look for products that have been certified by a reputable testing laboratory. It is also important to ensure that the electrical outlets you are using are in good condition and properly grounded. Faulty or overloaded outlets can create a fire hazard. If you are unsure about the condition of your electrical outlets, consult a qualified electrician. Furthermore, consider using alternative methods of air freshening that do not involve electrical devices. These alternatives include things like potpourri, essential oil diffusers that do not use heat, and baking soda to absorb odors. By taking these precautions, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical fires from plug-in air fresheners and protect your home and family. Always exercise caution and prioritize safety when using electrical appliances. If you are ever unsure about the safety of an electrical product, consult a qualified electrician or contact the manufacturer for assistance. Remember that electricity can be dangerous if not handled properly. It is essential to be aware of the risks and take appropriate precautions to prevent accidents. Understanding the basic principles of electricity can help you make informed decisions about the safe use of electrical appliances. For example, knowing that overheating is caused by excessive current flow can help you understand why it is important not to overload electrical circuits or use appliances that are not properly rated for the voltage and current of the circuit. Similarly, understanding how short circuits and arcing occur can help you identify potential hazards and take steps to prevent them. By educating yourself about electrical safety, you can create a safer environment for yourself and those around you. In summary, plug-in air fresheners can pose a fire risk if not used properly. This is due to potential overheating, short circuits, and arcing, all of which can ignite nearby materials. Defective products, overuse, and improper placement all increase this risk. To mitigate these risks, check for product recalls, carefully follow manufacturer instructions, turn off devices when not in use, and regularly inspect them for damage. Remember that electrical safety is paramount, and taking these precautions can significantly reduce the likelihood of an electrical fire.